So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 21 of Steins Gate. The reaction is in the description, links are there, go watch it and go back here if you wanna listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. And I mean, again, it's not an episode that I will be able to discuss a lot, except for the moment that who the fuck was this stupid car? Like specifically trying to run over people. I don't know. I mean, I understand its fate and stuff. It was all for dramatization, but just imagine yourself in real life. There's like some drugged, drunk, crazy person inside this car, like a Carmageddon dude, riding. And like,
Oh, I'm gonna run over these two. Oh no, she hid. No, no, I'm gonna run over this guy. Oh no, she shaved him. I'm gonna run over everyone.
like stupid, what? Who the fuck is there? I wish this person dies in a terrible, terrible death. And a very slow one. Who the hell was that? I really wonder. I know that the visual novel has a lot of has not a lot. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I've heard that in quite a few cases there are more details on specific events without details being mentioned to me, except for one time. But that's not bad. Um, and I wonder, was there mention of who the fuck was in the car? And was the car even in there? But don't tell me. It's just, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just curious because I really want to know. It couldn't be Moeka. It shouldn't be Moeka, and shouldn't be Mr. Brown. Some random motherfucker. And Ocarina trying to jump under the car, even if he's gonna be hit, he's not gonna die. We know that. This is the concept of world lines. You cannot die in this world line before the time comes. The same goes with like you cannot not die. You should die. Either you're dying here, either it's like a different war line. And I was saying as well about the differences between Kurisu's situation, Ocarina fixing Kurisu's situation, and girls and boys from LabMem group having their dreams fulfilled, right? And they were like all except for Kurisu, they were living normal lives, and they were just wanted to improve it. Kind of like, oh, I wanna be a girl now. Oh, I wanna have my daddy back. What else? Oh, I mean that's basically it. And I mean, it was basically it for the good stuff. But in Kurisu's case, she was literally dead. He just bring her to live. She didn't wish anything. She was just being able to live again, which is, I mean, yeah, you don't need to be asked for that, but still. Oh, so anyways, the episode starts with a reminder that. Oh, and here's the picture, by the way, of Ocarina of our man Rintaro standing there near Kuriso, near the blood. Looks exactly the same as the place where Kuriso was standing in the end of this episode. The door and stuff, but I mean, it could be any place. I suppose it's like on many. It might look similar in other doors as well. And he says, stop it, don't do it. Paradox meltdown. And this name is it's not that stupid. I mean, paradox, there's kinda a paradox here. And meltdown is also kinda like a meltdown here as well. So the man lies on the roof thinking, and Taro has so much money, man. And Mayushi asks him to go with him. I mean, it's not like she asks him, he goes with her. And then we see the girl again, Hirari-chan, Vol 8 of Rai-Net thingy. We can actually see the manga now. So we found, here's Vol 8, I mean it's turned, but here's the Hirari-chan, here's Hirari-chan. We found everything. Figures of this character, uh, games, I mean toys, games, the games they're playing with viruses and stuff. Uh, pictures in anime and an original anime, and now we have the manga. I suppose this is the manga. Maybe not, but it's some book dedicated to that, so it's already awesome. So it kind of counts, and we see a lot of people that doesn't look happy at all. I thought like at these events there's gonna be happy people, but no, there are these faces. No, this is not a face of a person who's enjoying himself. Like, oh yeah, anime convention. Why the fuck am I here? Me. Oh yeah, and there was a kid girl as well. Flash, man, there's so much anime related things. Love, Gelo. I know what's that. I like it. Um, so many people, so crowded there. Just imagine in our real world, like, oh no, so many people, so crowded. They should all wear a mask. They're gonna die. And Mayushi, by the way, bought the quite a lot of books with this Hirari-chan. Only what? Only man. Japanese people. Why you mix English with Japanese? Stick to one at least in one name. Um, and they're speaking. I mean, the whole theme of this episode is Okarin is super sad, and Mayushi is super sad, and they all kind of try to lighten themselves by speaking to themselves to one another. And he calls Kurisu for some reason. He like makes a stupid call. Uh, what's with the cracking? She's like, you stopped it, and he's like, okay, not gonna do that. Bye bye. Kind of like the same thing. Uh huh. Yeah, and then after the Komimaso, they were together there. After that, they were going somewhere, I suppose, home or somewhere, like having fun at least a bit, thinking about Luca, being in the cosplay, and thinking about the future, and then the fucking car appears, and are Mayushi stopped working, Mayushi watch stopped working. I just wound you, man, girl. Oh, what's the time? It's difficult to. And they're like trying to run away. He's like, stay here, and runs toward the car, but nope, Mayushi drops under the car and then saves the man. And I suppose it's good. I mean, it's super bad, but it's good that he was not hit, because if he was hit by the car, I mean, it's intended that he's not gonna die in this world line, right? But it is not. There's nothing said about him being able to run and him not being in coma for 5 years or something, right? He's just alive up to some moment, so he could have easily been hit by a car, survived that, and been under, in a coma for like few weeks or maybe even more. And after that he would be not able to go back in time. I mean, no, he can probably do that. If the machine is still up and running, he can always like jump and jump and jump and jump, because he jumped for quite a few times for more than 48 hours. So it's like you cannot jump more than 48 hours in one jump, but you can do like many of them. But you have to have the time machine. And we know that in this world line, CERN and all of them are here. They want us. So maybe this was again rounders because they still want the computer, they still want us. But why would you again try to kill people? Oh, I don't know. Poor Mayushi again dies on his hands now. This isn't fair. He takes her home and jumps again, like, and this such a moment, you know. We see him. Man, it's just imagine to yourself. God damn it. He receives that phone call from. Let's imagine the previous episode, right? The guy went through some crazy shit. He went through Moeka being shot, Mr. Brown being shot, and the whole reveal of that, right? And then they undo the message, have the computer. They're like happily sit on the couch and Darius preparing to download the thing to make it. And then the phone calls and he's like, hello? And he receives that information. That, you know what, bruh? In few days Mayushi dies brutally murdered by a car incident. And like you should feel hopeless now. And he's like, just whole life ruined. Again. This anime should be called Suffering Man. And then he again on the roof, and now Kurisu comes in. She tries to lighten him up, but he's like, I mean, he's not like that. He loses himself and like, oh my god, I'm a mad scientist. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. But I mean, we know that, and even Kurisu said, I know that. He like feels broken now, and he wanted to drop his phone. I mean, it's not a very dangerous thing because you can always take the SIM card and insert it into another phone, but still. Kuriso stops him. I'm like, tell me, man, tell me what's up. And he tells her. And I'm surprised that Kurisu were not able to comprehend the whole thing because she knew what was this first D-mail about. It was about Makisi Kurisu being stabbed. She knew. She said that in the previous episode. Oh, there was like a message about me being killed or something, or stabbed. Maybe she didn't know that she was killed. She was stabbed at this moment. But still, when they met at episode, basically it was in the end of episode 1. But I mean in this word line. But technically they met in episode 2, and he was like crazy all around, like, oh, you're alive, touching her hair, and like it's a zombie. I saw you dead, I saw you in blood, so she should know that. She should know that something bad happened to her in this world. But she didn't. And when he tells her about this, it's like she took it pretty. What? How can I put it? She didn't show. Try to not show any harm to her, but it was done. It was definitely done. And Mayushi having the same phone with hearts as Mr. Brown, that's also nice. And Kurisu says again, go to Mayushi. While she, as far as I understand, went to the radio building place where she was killed. And then, I don't even know, this whole grave Mayushi scene to sum it up, I mean, yeah, Mayushi remembers everything. She calls that as a dream. A terrible things happen to Mayushi in the dreams. So she kind of thinks those were dreams. Her dying and being ran over and all this crap. So she also remembers that all. She speaks with her granny. I tried to. And I suppose he was there the whole time he was hearing it. Then she remembers the moment when she was a little Mayushi. Kinda even missed that she was such a little girl at that moment. Good work. She remembered the moment when they were together, but it was after the granny death, of course, because she was already a hostage. Oh, they were doing their homework and stuff. I'm those kiddos. I wish I'd be that young, people. I wish. And the Upa is there. And I mean, it's just a sad monologue of her. And Ocarine feels bad, and Mayushi feels bad, and everyone feels bad. I can't stay this forever. And Ocarine shows himself, and kind of like, okay, let's go, and bam, and then we switch to Kurisu, standing there near the place where she actually died. I suppose she should also remember the whole situation. What can we do? I mean, if we think about this logically, not logically, if we. What? What? Meow. Let me think logically a bit. Not even think logically, right? What's up, Marcus? Oi. Screamy boy. We know that in the first episode there was stuff going on. Well, that's for sure. This is like set in stone now. Because in that war line we're aiming at was something happening. And I'm not sure how, why, and who, and what. But I suppose that to deal with the whole situation of Kuriso and Mayushi dying, we need to have actually a time machine. Maybe Suzuha will come back, from the past. Though she was saying that it's impossible, but maybe, maybe she's gonna go from the future again. But we need the time machine. Maybe we will live up to that moment. And all Ocarina are gonna go back and like run around saving Kurisa. I don't know. But the time machine is involved in this. The real one, not just our memory thingy magic. Because I just don't know what they're gonna be doing now. We only have hints, but now it's basically like choose one or another. But no, we don't need this choice. We need another choice, like to save both. And to make Luke a girl again. But I suppose we're gonna see, because there's like just few episodes left. It's like, what, 22, 23, 24, 3 episodes left. It's a tiny little amount. 3 days. So thank you people for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.